Hello and welcome to the Collaboratory section of the presentation. I'm Jesus Cabela, the Collaboratory Space Manager, and I'll show you a bit more about what the Collaboratory is all about. So the Collaboratory, also known as the Makerspace before, is a space that provides access to a wide variety of tools and equipment that you might normally not have access to, such as 3D printers, laser cutters, and other workshop tools. It is open to all UW students, staff, and faculty of all majors. All majors and pre-majors are welcome. Our service hours this quarter are from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we take care of academic and personal project requests that come in. Academic being tied to a class or a capstone, and personal just being your own personal projects, such as 3D printing a figurine you think would look cool on your desk or something like that. We have a you build you own policy, which basically just means that anything you make in the space is yours to own. Even if you use materials provided by us. The school cannot take any ownership of anything you make in the space. And then there's also a quarterly allowance of free materials that we provide on each machine. It varies machine to machine. So if you're interested in knowing the exact amount, you can ask us, either come in and ask us or email us. And some of the resources available are 3D printers. We have several of them. That's easily our most popular machines. We just got a new 3D scanner too. And basically what that does is you can scan a real life 3D object and it'll be recreated in a modeling software, so you don't have to make it from scratch. We also have augmented and virtual reality equipment. Mainly virtual reality. We only have one augmented reality headset, and that's the Microsoft HoloLens. But we have a wide variety of virtual reality headsets, equipments, accessories, which I'll go over later in the presentation. We also have 2 CNC mills, and those are basically just carving machines, carving figurines and other designs out of solid blocks of wood or soft metals. And then the laser cutters, those are for more 2D cuts, cutting wood panels that are less than a ½ inch thick. And we also have a lot of soldering and electronic equipment, such as Arduinos, lights that can be attached to clothing, circuit boards, small lights, sensors, and those types of things. Right, and then we also have a vinyl cutter, which is used to cut stickers out, custom decals, things of that nature. Also on the computers available here is a wide range of modeling or computer-aided design software installed on them. We also have a lot of crafty machines, such as a sewing machine, button maker, and a couple of other things that sort. And to get started at the Collaboratory, the website will have all the information in this slide deck and more. And it's regularly updated on the latest. But the other way to come and get started is to come in and meet us. We can give you a tour of the new space, show you around, and teach you how to use the machine you're interested in. If this is your first time using the Collaboratory, you'll need to sign the user agreement form, just the one time. And then once you're in and done all that, you can ask a staff member for help, either in person or at the email UWBMake at uw.edu. And all this can be found on the website and also on the link tree, which you can link to by scanning the QR code there. All the QR codes in the presentation will appear again at the end. We also offer workshops on all the major machines we offer. So we have two for 3D printing. One is more beginner focused, and then the other covers the more advanced tactics and settings you can do with those. So one for the laser cutter at the moment, though there are plans to have more in the future. And then the others that are coming soon are for the vinyl cutter, the button maker, the CNC machines, and the 3D modeling software. And you can check out more details about our workshops at the workshop schedule page. We're currently still working out the schedule, so check out the page for updates. Right, and now I'll go into some examples of things you can make in the Collaboratory. So for the 3D printers, the types of printers we have two Ultimaker S5s, one Ultimaker 2, which are the high-end 3D printers we have. And then we have several of the smaller, cheaper flash forge finders, which are great for quick prototypes. You can print things such as figurines, models, designs, 3D designs with various materials such as PLA plastic, TPU, which is flexible, and more such as ABS, which is one of the toughest materials you can 3D print with. And that's useful for replacing mechanical parts. So if you're wondering where you would get some of these 3D models, we always recommend Thingiverse. There's a bunch of free user-generated 3D models that you can download and 3D print pretty easily. Though you also have the option of creating a 3D model yourself from scratch, though that takes a lot more time and effort. You can also find designs on there for the CNC mills and laser cutters too. Right, and then for the laser cutters, we have two of them, both same brand, only difference is the size. The blue one has a larger print bed of 32 by 18 inches, and then our smaller one is 24 by 12 inches or 1 by 2 feet. And these are used to cut, etch, or engrave wood, acrylic, and a couple other materials such as soft metals. You can see some examples of wood that's been cut in the bottom left there. Right, and then the carving CNC mills used to carve things out of wood, foam, other soft metals. Uses a pretty simple to use software called Easel, which is available for use here on the Maker or the Collaboratory PCs. You can see some examples of what we've made there at the bottom left and the middle. And the vinyl cutter for cutting out custom stickers and decals for either your car, laptop, wherever else you would want to put a sticker. The vinyl is really strong and durable. It'll last a long time. Granted, you don't remove and replace it a bunch of times. And then the software it uses, Cut Studio, also very simple. You can take images you find and make easy cuts using Cut Studio. We have many materials and colors of vinyl available. And the quarterly allowance for this is about a yard of vinyl, which you'll get a better sense of how much that is once you actually come in and use the vinyl cutter. Right. And even if your allowance does run out, you're still free to bring your own materials in and use the machines with that. Next up is the IoT and Arduino supplies we have. This is mainly for either practicing or messing around with circuit boards, Raspberry Pis, other small electronics, lights that can go on clothes, simple circuits, and other electrical engineering projects you might have. And then the AR and VR equipment we have. This is special because this can be checked out. You can take this home with you, as well as some VR capable laptops if your computer at home can't handle the running VR applications, which does take a pretty powerful computer to do. But some of the kits we do have are full VR kits for the Vive Pro, Oculus Rift, and the Oculus Quest. Some of them are pictured down below. We also have several of the Microsoft mixed reality headsets and controllers. And like I said, we have several VR-ready laptops that you can check out with the headsets too. And we have lots of accessories for the Vives in particular, just because they have a lot of third-party accessories. And we have two Microsoft HoloLens, and that's for the augmented reality. Yeah. And then for the other tools we have available, just general workshop tools such as hammers, saws, drills, razors. We do have a soldering and welding station too. Screwdrivers, Allen wrenches, spare batteries, and those types of things. Right, and these next two photos are pictures of the former makerspace, but the new Collaboratory will have a similar sort of vibe to it, where one side is focused on the collaborative space, just the meeting space with the round tables and many chairs. And then the other side will have most of the machines. Right, and this is a photo of one section of the new Collaboratory space where we will be keeping the larger 3D printers in the cabinet there. We'll be storing the materials for them in the black cabinet next to it. And then on the left will be the soldering and welding station. All right, and this is another view of the new Collaboratory space. Still a work in progress, but this will be where the front desk will go. This will be the first thing you see when you walk in, and you'll be greet you, and you can ask any questions about the new space here, and they'll point you in the right direction based on what you're looking for. And here is a short video on the makerspace/Collaboratory.
It's important to go make stuff because it's fun and you get to learn a lot in the process.
A maker is anyone who is interested in creating and experimenting.
You don't have to be an engineer. You don't have to be a computer scientist. You just have to have an idea and a want to make it happen.
Here at UW-Bothell, we take great pride in ensuring that our students not just develop skills and knowledge, but develop an innovative spirit. They discover freedom of thought that's really fundamental to innovation. A critical piece of our pedagogy is making available to our students our makerspace.
The makerspace is available to all students to come in and create virtually anything they want to. So we have 3D printers, laser cutters, different kinds of tools, and literally it's to get them to explore this idea of making.
The makerspace is the place that helps them open their mind. They come away ready to take on unusually large and important problems because they've developed the skill of critical thinking and open-mindedness.
You can tell that's too close here because
The makerspace is for absolutely anyone, regardless of what major you're in or how much you know about the equipment.
Students can go and create things and build and explore. It's absolutely a creative outlet.
Having access to all these tools around you means there's nothing stopping you from just going and making something. I built a binary keyboard. Basically, it's a mechanical keyboard with 2 buttons on it that types in ones and zeros.
Right now, I'm working on making a very cheap and portable ukulele made entirely with the tools used in the makerspace. The most rewarding part has been seeing it come together. There is a lot of times in the project where you're stuck for so long that you just don't see it progress, but then something clicks and then you're on the next step.
The makerspace is a perfect place where their ideas can rub up against the real world and they can try.
Yeah, that's sort of an older video. That's why the name change hadn't happened at that point. So we are changing, the name has been changed to Collaboratory now. To get a sort of better feeling collaboration in the space with all the projects that'll be going on in the future. And then the last thing in the presentation will be on the Collaboratory grand opening, which will be happening on February 8th and 9th, both from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. All students, staff, faculty of all skill levels and majors are welcome to come join us. There's going to be tours, a couple workshops, a contest, and a couple other activities throughout the day, where you'll be able to learn more about all the machines and the new space, as well as get creative during the contest. And here you can see the schedule for both days. Both days will have identical activities at the same times. You can also see the schedule on our website too. All right, that does it for the Collaboratory. Thank you so much. And you can scan any of the QR codes here to be taken to the corresponding page. And our email is, again, uwbmake@uw.edu.